Hello, speech class. I wanted to give you some more information. So I was going to point out where everything is, how everything's going to work. So by now you have watched this welcome video on the homepage. If you have not, go and watch this one right here. Everything we're going to be doing is in modules, so you will only need to click on modules in the inbox right here. You can check your grades. Modules, do not click on assignments. You need to make sure that you keep up with everything in modules. That is where everything is. This is where you message me. Keep all communication right here. You will get a very fast response. Please do not comment back in the submission comment box on assignments. I don't get those. Keep all communication right here. So let's click on the modules and let's look at everything here. So you are right here. First thing you're going to do is verify your identity. So you have to follow the directions in order to get credit for it. You have to follow the directions and do it just like this says. So you're going to hit the music icon button, okay? And it's not a YouTube video. It is only the music icon video. That is the only option. So you're going to get your ID, cover up anything personal. So if this were my ID, I could put my finger over my address and I could put my finger over my number, and then you're just going to hit the record button and just say, "Hi, my name is Casey Padal," and put it down. That's off. So that's how you're going to do it. So read through the directions, and that is how you are going to start the class. If you don't do this assignment, you won't be able to do anything else. So this is what you're going to do first. You will need to read through the FAQ forum and look through the class. This required intro quiz. There is zero reason why you should not start the semester with full credit, because you can take this quiz as many times as you want. So don't just settle. If you get a 15 out of 20, don't just go, "Oh, yeah, cool." Retake it. So everything's due at noon, everything. So if it comes in past noon, it will be a 15% off per day you are late. So that means that when we do discussions, that if they come in anything past noon, even including your responses to your peers, then it's considered late. The campus automatically applies that. On this quiz, the intro quiz, that is the only quiz we have the whole semester. Once it closes, it closes. So get in there and get it done, and know that everything's due by noon. Don't let the noon due date throw you off. Be like, "Oh, midnight, that would be better." Well, why don't you look at it as it is due at midnight, and then you just have an extra 12 hours to submit it the next day. So you can always submit your assignments early. So, don't let that be an excuse by going, "Oh, I can't keep up with the noon due date." You can always approach it and say, like, the submit it the night before. That is definitely an option. You are required to have an audience of four adults for each speech that you give. So I'm going to go over how you're going to give your speeches. And then we'll end the video. When you come down here, Module 1, Resources, Overview, and To-Do List. Module 2, Overview and To-Do List. There's going to be lessons there. You have to make sure you watch those. Read the directions. So communication with me, reading my comments, checking your grades, reading the directions, looking at the examples. All of those are going to be vital to your success in this class. So make sure you're doing all of that. I will have more information for every module. So to end this, I want to talk about how you're going to give your speeches. So you have to have an audience of 4, okay? So you need to scan the audience. So you'll have your phone and you're going to scan your audience, okay? So they have to be paying attention, okay? And looking at you. You have to be facing them. And if you need to FaceTime in an audience, you can. I understand that you might not live with people, you might not know people, but you can FaceTime in an audience. You can Zoom in an audience. If you do that, you have to prove that they are live. You can't just go, "Here's my audience," and expect that to count. You don't have to introduce them, but you can just say, "Here's my audience. This is my mom and dad in New York. Wave, mom and dad," something like that. You just have to prove that they're live. So, audience of 4 for adults. Children will not cut it. High school kids, I know it's all, you guys, a lot of concurrent students, that counts. But your 7-year-old brother, your 2-year-old baby sister, that does not count. So be mindful of background noises. Things are amplified. TVs, crying babies, barking dogs, you are responsible for having a professional, when I say professional, this is fine, camera shot. Do not have it sideways, okay? It needs to be straight up and down, okay? So straight up and down for a camera shot. I need to be able to see all of you. You have to be standing up, okay? And I need to be able to see all of you. Don't be too far away, but don't be right up here. You're not reading it on your screen. I don't want you to give your speech like this and you're reading it off your computer. That you cannot do that. So you have to be standing up. I have to be able to see all of you. Do not stand behind a podium. Okay, and you are only allowed a note card. You cannot bring your phone up there and read it. You can't bring your whole speech up there and read it. You are allowed to use a note card. Okay, you are going to be uploading this to YouTube and posting the link. Make sure you check your link and make sure that it works. Make sure that you'd have it set to public or unlisted. It will default to private. If I can't see it, I won't be able to grade it. So keep the lights on in the room so I can see you when you give your speech, but make sure you meet time. Every speech has a time limit, and so if you do not meet time, then there's a point deduction. You can see the rubric. The rubric's the same for all of our speeches, but when you get up to give your speech, I'm not going to start when you're scanning the audience. I start when you start speaking. You also don't need to give an intro to your intro. So like if we're on our informative speech, you don't need to go, hello, my name is Casey, and I'm going to be giving this informative speech over dogs. That takes away from it, so just start with your speech. So I don't want anybody to be nervous about this class at all. There's nothing to be nervous about. So feel free to work ahead and make sure you communicate with me. I grade very quickly. So I will end this video here. So make sure that you get this done right here and this done right here. And then you're going to start watching all of the overview videos right here. Let's have a great summer, and I'll talk to you soon.